Hyperspace windows forming.
That can't be right.
Solution Alliance. They're powering weapons.
Shields to maximum. Major Hunter. Fire all forward railgun batteries. What happened? Where are we?
We're in the same system, but the motherships are gone. No trace.
Detecting multiple other ships. Designs I don't recognize.
Today just got a little more complicated.
Captain's log. Stardate 7002.3. The USS Excalibur has arrived in the Cavus Alpha sector to investigate a powerful gravitational anomaly reported by Starfleet Command.
We've arrived in the Cavus Alpha star system.
You're up, Commander Allenby.
The adjustments in the plasma flow were the final piece of the puzzle. Energy conversion efficiency is at 93%. No damage to the coils.
The new coils can handle a lot more energy output in this configuration, but they're sensitive. Too little and there's just not enough Cochrane distortion to create the kind of truly powerful warp field we're going for. Too much and you could fry the coils.
You really know your stuff. We were really tearing out our hair over this, not that I had much hair to tear out.
Captain, is everything okay?
It's just that you reminded me of another engineer that I worked with once.
Jamie Archer. You're not the first person to make that comparison.
It's not just the skill, it's the drive. That kind of drive could get someone stranded on a deserted planet. Or killed during an EVA. Still, we don't get into Starfleet because it's safe. There's a reason why she was the chief engineer of the ship. And it's the same reason why you'll be chief engineer when I leave for the Constar.
I don't know what to say. Don't you think I'm a little young for the job?
You're the same age she was, and I know you can do this. And since I'm captain, I make the decisions like this.
I'll give it my all, Captain. Red line on the primary impulse drive.
Diverting emergency power.
What have you gotten us into this time, Mikaela?
Plasma flow is at 100%, but it's not enough.
We can increase to 125%.
That could destroy the ship.
Do it slowly and cycle the power impulses. If ever there was a time to give it our all, it's now.
Captain's log, Stardate 7002.3. Mikaela Allenby recording. The Excalibur has been dispatched to the Cavus Alpha sector after the starship Antilles detected massive gravitational waves emanating from a powerful neutron star. Preliminary readings indicate that the waves are expanding. Our mission is to study the cause of the phenomenon in preparation for a possible evacuation of nearby Federation colonies.
Report. Holding position at the L1 Lagrange point between the fourth planet and the primary star.
The neutron star's gravitational field is expanding and growing stronger. It's now 6 times its normal intensity.
How can a star's gravity change?
Unknown. The red giant is being pulled closer. The orbits of the planets are beginning to destabilize.
Captain, we're losing our position.
Hard about. Full impulse.
Impulse engines are failing.
Warp speed.
These readings can't be right. It's almost as if there were 10 neutron stars occupying the same space at the same time.
Bridge to engineering, give us maximum warp.
We're overloading the dilithium crystal chamber, Captain.
Warning, warp reactor core coolant failure.
Push it right to the edge.
Structural integrity weakening.
Magnify. Full scan. Is that a Federation starship?
The registry and transponder signal read NCC 1705.
USS Excalibur.
Captain's log, supplemental. We have somehow been pulled into a dimension outside of our own space-time continuum, to a realm that has a quantum signature completely different from our own natural universe. At present, we don't know how we got here, or how to get back.
You said we've left our space-time continuum. Explain.
All matter and energy within sensor range is oscillating at a different frequency at the subatomic level than anything on this ship or in the known universe. So it makes sense that we are no longer in our own quantum reality.
Quantum realities? You mean like parallel universes?
Exactly. For any event, there's an infinite number of possible outcomes, and our choices determine the outcomes. Now, there is a theory in quantum physics that any possibility that can happen, does happen, and exists in an alternate quantum reality. Our universe is part of an ever-expanding multiverse. There could be a reality out there where the Excalibur has a different captain, or where you never even joined Starfleet.
Or one where I live my dream of being a holographic soap opera star.
Where did that ship come from? The Excaliburs?
We need to stay alert on the helm. That's going to keep happening.
Message coming in, sir.
This is Captain Jennings of the USS Excalibur. Our life support is...
Jennings? Isn't he the guy who works in waste reclamation and wears the really ugly sweaters?
Antimatter... Request emergency...
Captain Allenby, their antimatter containment field is failing.
All available power to forward shields. Helm, full reverse.
Their containment field must have been extremely fragile.
Warmest greetings from the Love Federation. I am Captain Flower Blossom Allenby of the Love Ship designation Excalibur, and this is my first officer, Commander Presley.
Who needs a hound dog when you got a collie? Thank you very much.
It seems as though we have only one option here.
All these ships, all these crews.
If we're going to get out of here alive,
We're all going to have to work together. Thank you for agreeing to work together, Captain.
Is something wrong, Captain?
No, it's fine. I'm Captain Allenby.
Commodore Mari.
Chikande.
And my first officer.
Commander Mikaela Allenby, I'm guessing? Since your ship shares the same quantum signature as this universe, I thought this would be a good place to start. Allow me to introduce my crew. This is my first officer, D.D. Mason, and my chief of engineering.
Hi, Lieutenant Jamie Archer. Yes, I was in. Nice to meet you all.
Something interesting, Commodore?
All these universes meeting for the first time, I'm sure a lot of interesting things will happen. Commander, please escort them to the briefing room.
Hi.
An invasion.
We haven't heard from Command or another ship in months, so we can't help but wonder if we're the last ones to escape the Klingons.
Can't imagine that. All of Starfleet just gone.
They took us by surprise. Our entire civilization was focused on peace talks. So we didn't mobilize until it was too late.
A compiled analysis of the sensor readings from each of our ships indicates that we have all been pulled into some kind of gravitational bubble.
Some kind of? What kind of? I know you're doing that on purpose. Good. Then you should also know that I hate vague scientific language. I think we need to be specific if we're going to get out of this.
We can't go on together with suspicious minds. And we can build...
Not the right time, Presley.
Easy now, Mama. Don't get all shook up. Hey, what do you know? It's a cowboy version of me.
Wow, you're easily impressed.
The gravitational field. Sorry, it just reminds me of this theory that I've read about in which a static warp bubble could be created. It wouldn't warp space in the traditional sense, but it more create a static area of subspace.
In this case, the gravity of the neutron star is being used to do this on a massive scale. How did this happen?
We were conducting a stellar survey of this system using our new sensor array. Our sensors detected technology inside the obelisk on the 4th planet, a planet that has been dead for thousands of years. While conducting their scans, our landing party accidentally activated the ancient technology.
My sensor reading suggested that the beam created a breach between multiple quantum realities, in effect making the neutron star more dense. The gravitational field was magnified times 10 without the stars coming into physical contact with one another. We're theorizing that at the exact moment we tried to engage our warp engines, the Planetary Union vessel engaged its quantum drive, creating a tear in subspace across realities.
So our quantum drive operates on a wider spectrum, but uses the same basic principle. With the barriers between realities blurred, there could have been a tear.
In essence, we all fell into a subspace well, which is why we haven't been crushed by the gravitational forces. Yet.
And we can't even send Lassie for help.
Here's the best part. We're from a point in time in our universe that's 200 years in your future.
Which means that time can travel at different rates in different universes.
Which could add all kinds of complications if we don't act soon.
Captain Duconde, this is your universe. What do you think?
While you investigate the obelisk, we'll see if we can trade supplies with the other ships and get us all in a better place to work together.
Viva Obelisk! Viva Obelisk!
Not the right time, Presley.
Come on, baby, don't be cruel.
I'll meet you on the surface in 30 minutes.
Dismissed.
Your ship seems to be significantly different than most of the other Constitution-class ships trapped here.
Yeah, most of the new systems on our ship were pioneered about 10 years ago on an experimental line of ships called the Crossfield class.
I've never heard of it.
Word is they were also experimented with a new propulsion system, but couldn't get it to work.
Eric, why is everyone looking at me the way that you've been looking at me for the last hour?
We need to find a way to activate this control panel. It appears to draw power directly from the planet's molten core. Intriguing. We need to be careful with our scans. The last time the console was scanned, the landing party set off some kind of defense sequence. Without scanning it, how in the hell are we supposed to figure out how not to trip another booby trap?
A little less conversation, a little more action.
Presley, be careful. We've never encountered anything like this before. Remember that wise man who once said, "Only fools rush in"?
This guy is one of the best minds in his universe.
Boy, are they screwed. This thing could be loaded with traps. I really think you should take a step back.
Not yet, Flower Blossom. I just can't help believing. I just can't help believing that this time this console's gonna.
Presley, speak to me.
As I can't help falling onto the floor.
Look, he deactivated the traps. It's working.
Ooh. I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming. Must be 109.
I'm sorry, but I have to get him back to our ship.
We'll continue on here. Good luck.
Love ship Excalibur. This is Flower Blossom. Medical emergency. Beam Commander Presley and myself directly to sickbay.
Yeah. Groovy, Captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, Presley has left the obelisk. Incredible! The beam isn't just opening a breach. It's using the neutron star as a gravitational lens to scan alternate quantum states. It's looking at the future of infinite universes, which explains why the tear is expanding to more quantum states. And it will keep expanding until we stop it, threatening infinite starship Excaliburs in infinite universes. And worse than that, it could tear a hole in the multiverse itself. We've found these obelisks on other worlds in our reality. They were created by a race called the Preservers. Seeing this, suddenly so many of their actions make sense. They would move endangered species to new homes across the galaxy. This must be how they ran their predictive models and figured out who to save.
In our universe, they went so far as to place an energy barrier around the entire galaxy.
This scan is going beyond the multiverse. That must be how they're able to scan so many possible timelines. They're tapping into the very dimension where the multiverse converges. The cosmic data stream. I wonder if all Mikaela's Allenby call it that. Proper grammar. Nice. Somehow, the Preservers learned how to scan the cosmic stream itself. Astonishing! This would give them unlimited knowledge. But it begs one massive question. What happened to them? Maybe they went there, where they combined with infinite versions of their own doppelgangers, becoming infinite beings existing in a state where space, time, and thought all become one.
Deep breaths, Mikaela's. It's a question we may unfortunately not have time to answer. It looks like we can close the breach by reversing the frequency and simply shutting it down.
But we still have the tear to worry about. If we move our ships together and emit a broad spectrum warp field, that might reseal the tear.
It's going to be quite a feat of engineering. We'll need to figure out the precise frequency to harmonize the warp fields of every ship.
I have an idea about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first meeting of the Transdimensional Council of Menard.
It was an idea I got from an ancient science fiction television show.
Right, The Flash.
Rick and Morty.
What are you seeing out there, Captain? Long-range sensors indicate the formation of a black hole.
The system is still there. We can see it. But it's being distorted by gravitational lensing.
Gravitational lensing at this distance?
I can't understand it, Admiral. The entire system has collapsed into a gravitational phenomenon we've never encountered before.
The Excalibur?
There's no sign of them, sir.
You wanted to talk?
A little bit like looking into a mirror, huh? I guess that's what happens when you meet your doppelganger from a mirror universe. You realize that to me, you're the one from a mirror universe. Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, I can be a reflection for you. We're alike, but not. You have so much potential, and you don't even see it, do you? I don't know what you're talking about. I hate seeing you like this, knowing all that you could be. Here you are taking orders. Soon you'll be just like that other one. Dull, dead inside. I like my life just the way it is. Is it me you're trying to convince, or yourself? What does it matter to you? Because we're the same, you and I. If you had lived my life, you would understand that. We do have a situation to solve here. Maybe we should get back to that. About that. Let our ship be the focal point of the energy beam. But that's the most dangerous part of the whole plan. I know how you doubt yourself. Let me show you what you're capable of. That you have the courage to do whatever it takes. You have the intelligence, the drive. What you deserve is the honor, the prestige, the respect. You don't have to be this silly, clumsy girl. You can be powerful. I know that's what you've always wanted. But I don't. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to learn from the road not taken, and you should take it. You're a fool if you don't. Okay.
Our medical supplies are finite. I would suggest trying to avoid careless injuries.
Well, you know we wouldn't be in this situation if you Vulcans hadn't weakened the Empire with your delusions of peace.
Spock was weak. I am not.
Hey, take it easy with that thing.
Your setting is too high. You need to knit the bone slower, or it won't mend properly. You may leave sickbay, Chief Waldron. Did you need something? I'm just here to deliver these medical supplies. I guess so that you don't have to torture your patients. Just put them down where you're at. You may also leave sickbay. Thank you, Captain Vicande, for helping us with provisions and medical supplies.
Lending a hand is what we do. Besides, I appreciate the tour of the ship. It's interesting to notice the subtle differences. Some not so subtle. I hate to ask, but I noticed some of your crew members carry scars. Look like they've been in the fight of their lives. But not you. You're just as pristine as any of your doppelgangers.
Not all scars are on the surface, Captain.
I told you to secure the circuit before beginning repairs. You could have destroyed the entire assembly.
Sorry, Captain.
Is that really necessary, Captain?
Don't you dare pass judgment on my actions. You have no idea what I've had to go through to keep this crew alive. We could be the last ship. If I don't maintain a firm control, humanity could die with us.
Don't lose your humanity to save it, Captain.
You know, if we didn't need each other, this could be fun. You have a strong spirit and a soft heart, and that'll get you killed in space.
You have your supplies. I think we're done here. Thanks for the tour.
You know what to do. Don't screw this up. Succeed, and we'll beam you back at the last second. Fail, and you die.
Archer 2, my nerd.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have the beam frequency from the obelisk. Sending it to you now.
Gentlemen, I believe I have the answer.
Go for Ioka.
Hey, I've got the results of that tricorder scan we talked about.
Got it, thank you.
By the way, I love the tat.
Thanks.
Reserve battery power down to 53%.
Red line on ventral conduit number 2.
Repair update. Containment reestablished on Act 2.
We just found the cure for the Drakh plague and started a mission of pure exploration. And then this happens. First time doing a multiverse adventure?
Chakande to Allenby.
You're up.
We're ready on our end. Allenby out. Guess it's time to go home.
Kinda like looking in a mirror, huh? Yeah, I guess. It's fascinating. We're the same, but not. In a way, I envy you. Me? Of course. I miss the blue uniform. No weight of the universe, just pure science. I'm glad you stuck to what you loved and followed your heart. I'm sure Dad pushed you to command like he did me. I bet he's really proud of you. You know how Dad is. He calls me twice a week. He cried when I got my command braids. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing that compares to commanding a starship. But I prepared my whole life for this because I wanted him to be proud of me. It wasn't until I got here that I stopped to ask myself if it was what I really wanted. I let the training distract me. I thought that being what everyone else expected me to be was the right thing. The daughter of a revered admiral. It was my destiny to command a starship. So here I am, Captain Allenby. But you? You're Mikaela. Your life is your own. I suppose if the wise captain were to have any words of advice, it would be to live it how you choose. Command, science, adventure. Live it for you, and not anyone else.
The energy beam from the obelisk is reversing polarity. Signal coming through. Excalibur C-137 is moving ahead of the fleet to the focal point to channel the deflector pulse. All other ships are moving into formation.
Almost time to head back to your own ship, Commander Allenby.
The barriers are starting to reform.
The lead ship is starting to phase.
They're not phasing back to their own universe.
They're phasing to mine.
Captain, none of the other ships are phasing.
Hail them.
Aye, Captain.
This was your plan all along.
Don't tell me you're surprised. You're responsible for your crew, and I'm responsible for mine. And we are not going back to that hell that we came from. Disengage the warp field, and you'll destroy every ship. Let us go, and you'll survive. At least for a little while. Besides, I can't risk any of you coming after us.
You would strand all of us here with no way back?
Ask yourself that question. Because if you had lived my life, you would.
No, I wouldn't. I guess not every Mikaela Allenby is the same. It's not about circumstance. We can all overcome circumstance. You are truly evil.
That's so easy to say from your utopian perspective. It must be nice getting to decide your own fate, choosing between good and evil. But maybe this time, I won't let someone else decide for me by sending me back there. You're right, we're not the same. And if the only people who judge me for that are people like you, then I feel pretty confident in who I am.
Captain, we're not phasing into our own universe. Sir? Sir?
You ready for that second deflector pulse?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did they go? Were they destroyed?
If we worked out the calculations correctly, they returned to their own universe.
With what they were trying to do to all of us, we would have been justified in destroying them.
If we had, we would be no better than them. I have a feeling, though, I might just run into her again someday. Maybe. Anything's possible. I guess that's the price of doing the right thing.
That was a close one, Jakande. I'm glad it worked.
Amari, thank you for making the right decision. I couldn't kill anyone else for her.
He'll have a better life here with us.
Thank you, Captain. Captain Allenby, I think it's time we exchange hostages.
Bye, Captain Jakande.
Yeah, see you later. Thank you for helping us save the day one more time, Jamie Archer.
Once we figured out they were trying to steal our technology, Jamie analyzed the signature of their deflector pulse. That's how we were able to stay one step ahead of them.
Thank you for trusting me, in both universes.
Energized. You ready to go home?
This may still not work. Hey, don't jinx it.
Ayoka, tech the tech. Allenby, science the science.
Hey, don't forget to captain the captain.
Oh, yeah. Attention all hands. This is the captain. We're about to attempt to use all our warp energy to seal the interdimensional breach. There's a chance we could fail, and a chance that our ship could be destroyed in the process.
This isn't going to be an easy ride, but I know that we can get through it together.
Commander Presley and I love you all. We reach. We are one. As one.
All I ask is that each of you give your best efforts, and we will give you ours. It's been an honor serving with all of you. Chakande out.
Asgard Court 100%.
Shields are ready. Hyperdrive engines are fully powered. We're ready to go.
Prepare to direct the hyperspace window right at the focal point. Should work. Major Archer says the math checks out. In Archer we trust.
Focal point computed.
Weapons at maximum.
Never give up. Never surrender.
The Union ship is moving into position.
Fire.
Engage quantum drive.
Here we go.
Report.
Solar activity returning to normal. And FYI, the next stellar explosion is in 96 years from now on stardate 43126.1. The intense gravitational pull of the neutron star consumes all of the stellar material of the red giant until it builds up on the surface and explodes every 196 years. We had a bet on the exact stardate. The captain lost.
We almost died in a bubble universe. And this is the first thing you bring up now that we've escaped.
It's the most science way of knowing that everything is back to normal.
That feels much better. I'll try to be more careful in the Jeffries tubes. Thank you.
Anytime.
So this is it. Your first romantic shuttle flyby in your new command. Are you nervous?
Are you kidding? This is my destiny. I've waited 2 years for this.
I'll never forget this. I'll be sad to see you go, but I guess everybody deserves their happily ever after.
Enjoy the journey, Lieutenant. Say goodbye to Miss Aoka.
Bye.
Goodbye, Eobard. Energize.
You sold us out. You'll pay for this.
If I asked you to leave your career, would you?
Of course. I love you.
And it's because I love you that I would never ask that.
But Victor, I'm pregnant with your child.
Like ticks on the chronometer, so are the star dates of our lives.
If only.